Good evening, sir. Today I'm going to present my personal explanation, but before I start the material, let me introduce myself. My name is Angelus Napranson. You can call me Luis. And today I'm on fourth semester, fourth on Wididerma Pontianak. And the material is the language and its medium. So let me start the language. The no, I mean the material. So let me explain the language first. What is language? Language is a symbol, which means the human language, and the language itself is a symbol of oral, auditory, and the writing or a graphic. So it means that two of this symbol, it's made up by a symbol itself. I mean, like two language, like spoken or oral auditory, and the writing or a graphic. So the majority of this speech, it can be a writing for a language, but for a speech, it's made up from phonic, vocal, and conventional symbol. So that means like a symbol like a star or like a sword, or just like our symbol of the Widyadharma. So the symbol, oh sorry, the language, it's a system of phonetic symbol that's express a communicable through a thought and the feeling. So it can be different from the vocal behavior. And for this reason, spoken in medium is often called the oral medium. So for the sense of hearing is utilized to perceive a spoken language, and the written language is produced by a symbol that can be visual, recognized by the reader, or is referred as a visual medium. The concept no yeah the concept of the symbol are identified by a touch a sense of touch, because the sense of touch is utilized. So for example, if my side have, like on this side has a problem with hearing and his vision, well, I can say we can give him a thing like a bowl or a glass or something that he can um, touch, I think, the sense of touch, and for example like that. The main major components of the language. So the component of the language may be approached through considering of the following, which mean a level of language as a phonology, phonetics, morphology, syntax, and semantics. The second is sounds of letter, sounds no sounds and letter, letter. And the third or the last is speech and writing. So I'm going to explain the structure of language, the level of language. So okay, from the below I can say it's phonology. The second it's phonetics. The third is morphology. Fourth is syntax, and the last is semantics. The first one it's phonology. Phonology means that what is it then? Maybe I'm gonna skip on that because the structure of the language. Okay. So phonology, we can say it's a sound. So phonology on here, on the below, it's a basic of the language that we produce a sound like a consonant or a vowel, or I can say it's a stress on syllables. The second, it's phonetic. Phonetic means, well, it's same. Phonetics and phonology, it's same of a meaning. But for a morphology, sorry, this is a phonetics phonology, a sound. The second is morphology. Morphology means that a word of structure, or I can say it's a word formation. The third is a syntax, or a sentence of structure. Okay, the sentence of structure. And the last one is syntax, which means it's a meaning. I'm going to the next material, which mean sounds and letters. So sound is a unit of speech that is produced by a human speech organ. So how do we produce the sound from our organ? I cannot say it's very detailed, but it's just my personal concept. It's from our our this of a throat through the mouth, or I can say we can produce a human sound from a mouth. This is the organ human. The most important of language, which mean it's including unwritten language for a sound, but for letters it can be a written language. For example, like when I'm talking to Serdan, when I'm talking to you, I'm produce my sound through the mouth itself, and the letters. For example, like this. This is the letter. What I can trying to explain. That's for the example then. So for example of the sound, I can say from the sound, the word k, like king, the sound of the word g, in the word go, the sound in word pot, the sound b in word bomb, the sound m in word man, the sound m in word name, and the last one, the sound, the t sound in word type. So this is the example of sounds and the letters. And if I'm make any problem about the video, please forgive me, because this is too much. I make a problem in the video, but let us skip to the last, which means a speech and writing. So what I say before, speech, it's used for a medium of phonic unit that produced by a movement vocal organ, like explained it before. It's our mouth that we produce a sound, and the writing, it's a medium of graphic with a symbol, Like for example of writing of symbol, it's a person symbol, or I can say like okay, or are you good. That's the symbol. And speech are made out of sounds and produce the and it's produced for our ears to listeners, but the writing is made up of a symbol and produced by our eyes. So the difference of two of them, when we use our mouth and produce a sound that we can listen through our ears, or I can say when we are going to talk each other about something, or some information about a lecture, or or a course, that sound become a frequency and it's retrieved by our ears, or I can say we are talking each other like two-person, me and Kevin, and I'm going talking about the information. Well, you can say I'm making a sound, produce a sound by my mouth, and it's going through Kevin's ear, which means he is a listener. And that's the example from a sound, but from the writing or a graphic, for example, like I'm going to make a symbol that everyone can understand what I'm talking about. So like you get out, or please, I'm not understand, or just, which mean I'm boring. That's the symbol. Oh, I'm sorry. That that is a sign. But a symbol, it can be like a house, or like this this emoji going there, or there, or there, or down. And that's my personal explanation about language and its medium. I think if I made a mistake or a problem in a video, please forgive me for all of it, because I'm also study about this English. So thank you for the presentation, sir. And good evening.